my garlic growing here. As you can see, it's a soft neck variety which works really well for me here in Norfolk in the UK. And in between the garlic is some radish that I've got just to get a quick crop using that space. So the plan now is to plant out my onions next to these. I think this long bed is going to be pretty much alliums. We'll see how we get on. And I generally tend to space them about 6 inches apart. As you can see, they're lovely little plug plants ready to go in the ground. These are sowed into a tray and then moved into a module tray later on. So I'm going to get going with these now. So my red onions are in now. It's a variety called Rossa Lunga di Firenze, which is an Italian red variety that grows almost like a shallot, you know, like a sort of banana shallot, but it is an onion. And if you don't want to grow them as mature onions, they make excellent spring onions too. The next one I'm going for is a French shallot variety that's been really popular over the past couple of years with growers called Zebrune. And I found that these store excellently. I was still eating these around Christmas time and beyond after they've been harvested last year. So I'm going to carry on planting here with my Zebrunes, and then at the end I've got the final variety, which is called Borettana, which is an Italian onion that grows a bit like a squished onion. You probably would recognise them if you see them. So I'm going to crack on and get the rest of this planted up, give them a good water, and I'm done on the onions. Okay, so I'm back here with the chief inspector now. He's a stickler for order in the garden. What did you think? He's given me an A for selection of varieties. He's happy with the ones I've planted. What? Okay. C minus for how I've planted them. He thinks it looks a little bit messy and the rows aren't quite straight enough, but job done. What do you think? I'm going to water these now, and then I'm going to move on to planting my potatoes. So I've got a couple of different varieties that I'm planting out this year. I'm just going with the first early, which is Casablanca. You can see that's been chitting away nicely, and a main crop, which is pink fir apple. Absolutely lovely variety, really nutty in flavour. I am going to grow these every year from now on, unless I find something better. But I'm just going to plant 2 rows of these about 2 feet apart. Before I get started on that, I'm going to hoe the ground and then pop in some string so I can just get a nice neat line of the potatoes. And here are my lovely peas. Those of you who've seen my last few videos will know that there has been a cheeky shrew who has dwindled my stock of pea plants. any gaps that I have in here, all I'm going to do is compensate by direct sowing a few seeds into the bed. Once they're in, I'm going to have to build a structure. That's going to happen another day. But the nice thing about planting out my peas in this size bed is it leaves some gaps as well for me to put things like spring onions. I've even grown some beetroot alongside them too. So I'm going to get these in now, a couple of rows, and we'll see how many gaps there are. That's actually pretty good. I'm quite happy with the amount that I've got here. And what I'll do, just encourage them to grow more vigorously, is once they've been in for a week or so and they've settled in, I'll just trim the tops and eat the pea shoots in a salad or something like that, and that'll encourage real vigorous growth. And what's next for me to do in this bed, as I said, is to put in a structure. I'm not going to bother just putting little twigs in now. I'm going to come back later in the week and do something a bit more substantial. Well, that's all from me today. I hope you enjoyed following along as I planted out a few bits and pieces in the garden. Join me next time when I'll be sowing some pumpkins, some squash, some cucumbers, and also some courgettes. If you've enjoyed the video, please do like and subscribe, and I hope to see you next time.